Let's take a look at the marketing environment overall. What does that mean? You're trying to sell a service, trying to sell a product. What is the environment that's out there? You want to do some environmental scanning. It's really that simple. You're just looking around. You're going to look at different things that are outside in the environment. You're going to look at global factors. Is the whole world in recession right now? Do you have some intense competition coming in from Brazil, South America, China, Asia? Europe, do you pay attention to the global factors? Do you have a booming market over in Europe that you could sell your product in or your services? Technological factors. Are there any quick jumps happening in technology that are going to have an impact on your business? Are you on the cutting edge of that or on the other end of it in the process? What are the socio-cultural factors? It depends what you have out there, but pay attention because sometimes the culture plays a major role as to what's going on. Your product may not appeal to certain cultures, or it may have a mass appeal to a different culture that you never expected it to have. What kind of competitive factors? Are you going into something that we call a red ocean where everybody's chomping at each other? It's got shark infested waters. Are you going into blue ocean where nobody's doing the same thing you are? Well, it could be there's a reason nobody's doing it because nobody's going to buy it. Or maybe you'll hit one of those 1 in 1,000 cases like Tesla, where nobody was really making electric cars, and all of a sudden, boom, they're out there making electric cars, and everybody flocked to them, and they became one of the world's big producers of electric vehicles. What are the economic factors happening in that area, in your region of the country, or for you as an individual across the country, or the entire country as a whole? Do you have a recession happening? Do you have a lot of people buying? Is the market really good? Is the Fed rate up? Is the Fed rate down? That's all going to play a big deal. You pay attention to the environment. You can look at the social cultural aspect of it. You can look at the competition that you have, the economic, the global, the technological. Here's a chart that has the 4 Ps embedded in it. So pay attention to them. You have to make certain, here's the consumer. You're going to try to market them in the aspect of what the 4 Ps are, but also pay attention to these other aspects of it, of the 5 different areas: social, cultural, competitive, economic, global, and technological that's out there. You want to have some mass appeal to your product, made to order hair care products just for you. Come on in. We'll take a genetic sample and customize a skincare product designed for your skin, your color, your tone, and all the different cool things you have. I'm not kidding. It's what they do. So that being said, so always look at the ABCs of marketing: customer focus, benchmark, continuously improve, develop the best value package. A lot of times you want to have a whole package of things besides just one product, have a whole set of matching products with it as well. Empower your employees. I recommend you read the book called The 4 Hour Work Week. Even though I disagree with the author, Timothy Ferriss, I don't think he has deep morals, in my opinion, except for the fact he really has a really fabulous marketing concept in the process. Focus on relationship building and then the goal achievements and reward. Pay attention to this in the aspect of what you're trying to do. B2C and B2B are specific ways to market. B2C is business to consumer. That is an entirely different way to sell than business to business. The consumer is going to be spending a little bit of money that's going to take care of one household. Business to business, you're looking at selling to a big business. They're totally different aspects of it. Probably the single best salesperson I have ever seen in my entire life in the business to business market. He was nothing to look at on the outside. He came in, he was poorly dressed all the time. He had a tie, and the tie was short all the time and revealed a large part of his stomach. He also had more mustard and ketchup and relish on his tie. He had gone through surgery years before and had part of his windpipe open because of the fact he had throat cancer. There was nothing that was appealing on the outside of him, but he was my favorite salesperson because of the fact he had what I wanted. He gave me a good price and he gave me fast delivery consistently each and every single time. I had a couple super suave, sophisticated guys come in and try to sell me a product, and I'm looking at them and I'm listening to them and I'm comparing them to this other guy. There's nothing on the outside, but I'm not interested in the outside. I'm interested as to what is the product, how can I get it, and how is it going to help me. I bought 70% of my products from him and 30% from three other vendors. He was a fabulous business to business salesperson, but don't put him on a used car lot. He could never sell a car that way. But when it came down to, I want to deal with that man for my business thing, I always turn to him on a regular basis. Consumers market is very different. So business to business, instead of you selling something for $15, you're going to sell something that costs dozens or hundreds or tens of thousands of dollars. And so the market's different, and the way you approach it really is very different in the process. But you always have market segmentation. You always have target marketing that's out there. And segmentation, you're going to divide your market into different types of groups, and then you're going to focus in as to, this is my target. People like pizza. Pizza, the kind we have in the United States, really is not of Italian origin. It's more about, once upon a time there might have been some Italian roots to it, but for the most part, it's an American product. Except when you start putting different toppings on it, all of a sudden now you have a new kind of ethnic food in the process, and you might be able to sell it to different market segments depending where you're at. We really break out the segments geographically, demographically. So by geographic, it's by cities, counties, states, and regions. Right now, I'm talking to you in Orange County, California. That being said, our market is entirely different than what's next door in the next county called Riverside. It's very similar. We're both in California, except for the fact you have a different demographic here in this geography here. And also, all of California is very different from Georgia. Yes, you have a lot of similarities, except for the fact that everybody talks slower, the tastes are different. Here we call, when you have soda, we call it soda. If in the Midwest, you call it soda pop. And when you're down in Georgia, you tend to call it everything Coke. Well, everything's Coke. I want an orange Coke. Well, Coke doesn't make an orange thing. But an orange thing, they want to have something that's orange pop. By the time we're all done, orange soda. But that being said, people call things differently. They put different things on their French fries in the process as well. Geographic is a big deal. You must pay attention to that. You also need to pay attention to the demographic. Pay attention to the income, pay attention to the education level. You'll have different tastes of anywhere from fashion to food in that process, as well as age. Pay attention to the psychographic segmentation. Look at Idaho versus California. It's very different. Look at Texas versus Kansas. Look at Kansas versus you name it. The psychographic aspect is very different. The benefit segmentation, what are the benefits of the product you talk about? Some people would use it in this mannerism over here. Some people might take your service and use it a different way than somebody else did. And then look at also by volume of usage. You have 5 different ways to segment the market, and it's a big deal. Psychographic, you're going to divide really the aspect of the group's values, attitudes, and interests. The behavioral, divided by how it's going to be used. Pay attention to B2B and B2C, business to business and business to consumer. You're looking in business to business, you're looking for big products, a lot of products, making certain that they pass that on. And the pricing is very different, as well as the commission and the profitability of it. Business to consumer is a very different market. You'll touch a lot of different consumers with the product, and you may not make even a fraction of the money on one order. But that being said, it's a different marketplace altogether. Market segments, pay attention to the target markets, geographic, demographic, and psychographic. Pay attention to the market environment overall. It's a big deal as to how you're going to approach the sale of your audience. And some people have a gift for selling. Some people have a gift for making the product. Some people have a gift for actually designing the product. And some people have a gift for actually designing how the whole organization runs. There are certain people out there that have spectacular natural born skills as salespeople, and others of them, like me, have to learn how to go about selling in the process. It really is a big thing. B2B, business to business, B2C is business to consumer, and then look at the segmentation of those 5 different areas, and that pertains to your marketing environment. Take care.